Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and greetings to our young and promising startups. We are very happy to welcome you to the virtual incubation program pitch competition, and our demo day have started. We in Ukrainian Hub so proud to every single project here, and the fact that Ukraine has so much to offer when it comes to technologies and bright ideas. My name is Olesya Malyovina, and I'm a chairwoman of the board of Ukrainian Hub at the Ukrainian NGO. This program is being implemented by Ukrainian Hub with the initiative great support and cooperation of American non-profit organization CRDF Global, which is performing as a great partner, organizer, and initiator of the virtual incubation program Volume 2. I would like to say a few words about organizers. And first of all, about CRDF Global. This is a non-profit organization that promotes international scientific and technological cooperation for peace and prosperity through the provision of grants and technical resources to carry out joint scientific research and training programs. Ukrainian Hub organization created by the initiative of Ukrainian American Coordination Council to support Ukrainian entrepreneurs through trainings, different programs, mentoring, and contacts with international startup ecosystem. Now we are pleased to welcome our partner representatives for a brief intro. Our main partner is CRDF Global, which is located in the United States. And today, CRDF Global is represented by Olga Haponenko, project lead of CRDF Global. Olga, please, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Olesya. Good evening and welcome. We are very excited to have you all participating in the virtual incubation program demo day. My name is Olga Haponenko. I'm project lead at CRDF Global. We have mentioned this before, but CRDF Global has been implementing science and technology entrepreneurship program for more than 10 years. We aim to connect building entrepreneurs to local and international mentors. Right now, during these tough times for Ukraine, we're even more devoted to helping early stage startups in refining their business development strategies and building successful products. I would like to thank our partners, Ukrainian Hub, for the organization of this program, our amazing mentors for participation and taking their time. And I wish all startups good luck today.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Olga. Last but not least, I would like to introduce to you our Ukrainian Hub team, who has been working hard to make this program effective and great. Myself, Olesya Malyovina, is project coordinator, and Margarita Chorna, who are present today, is our project coordinator too. We have also our marketing lead, Olena Bakalo, our copywriter and content marketolog, Irina Obukhova, and designer, Irina Dolit, and another one great designer is Vika Gerasimenko. Anastasia Nasulenko and Miksa Fronenko are co-founders of Ukrainian Hub, and they have supported us during all the program. And now we are having our first batch of pitches. It's kind of first cohort of 6 startups. Our pitch competition will be in the 3-minute speech and 5 minutes Q&A session. Please see to your screen and keep in mind the timing. And during the pitch, mentors have questions, and please ask it during the Q&A time period. And remember, we have only 5 minutes for questions per team. Well, are you ready? If yes, ready, steady, go. I would like to welcome the following projects on the first cohorts: Lita, Optisun, GM Sutter, Vacuum Gravity Energy, Mass Game Value, and Brainford. And Lita, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Thank you.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, thank you, Alessia. 1 second with the screen. Hello, my name is Dennis, and I'm going to introduce you to Data app, a unique mobile application that includes a wide range of tools for preventing the most common diseases and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Routine preventive doctor visits are uncommon in Ukraine, thus the national health level is low. Every fifth diagnosed cancer is in the neglected stage, so incurable. Mortality from cardiovascular diseases increased by almost 8% during the last 29 years. However, these diseases can be easily prevented or diagnosed at early stages with checkups. Based on the user's data, Data app will arrange personalized plans of preventive checkups and individual vaccination schedule, compiled according to the most recent international guidelines and preventive medicine protocols. Data app is for active smartphone users from 18 to 50. During this period, it is essential to monitor your health thoroughly, providing long and healthy life. Additionally, users from this age group will be able to monitor the health of their relatives by adding children and or parents to our app. Key points that make Data app relevant right now. Firstly, a governmental health campaign is inefficient in Ukraine. 51% of Ukrainians' deaths were from cardiovascular diseases. In the US, for instance, 29%. The 5-year survival rate from breast cancer in Ukraine is 61%, and in the US, 90%. Secondly, due to COVID pandemics, awareness and interest in own health increased among people. That's what we see from our own experience as doctors. Also, there is another problem. People today suffer from the complexity in the number of tools and complexity of tools to organize their life. In the health category, there are apps for vaccination schedule, drug reminders, risk calculators, trackers, and planners. But users have to spend a lot of time in each of these apps. Manually input events, risk calculators could be hard to find and hard to remember. Data proposes all functions of our competitors only in one app. Currently, we are oriented toward the Ukrainian market. It is approximately 13.7 million active smartphone users, and eventually we plan to expand further to developing countries as they have the same problems with healthcare. We already have developed the logic of the app with a mind map of checkups. UI UX is developed as well, but most importantly, we have a plan for further growth. Over the next 6 months, we are going to develop MVP and integrate with partners. Then the app release is going to happen for Android and iOS with the first paid users. And 18 months from now, we plan to have 5,000 paid users. Our team consists of young enthusiasts with different expertise who want to make people's life healthier and happier. We have doctors of different specialties, successful project manager and SMM specialists who open the digital world with Data app for Ukrainians. Currently, we're expanding our team with IT specialists and need 90,000 euros to achieve our first milestone. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Denise. Thank you for your awesome presentation and awesome timing. And dear mentors, do you have any questions? Please, the stage is yours.
Yes, good morning, Marco here. Thank you for the presentation. I see you have medical discipline on the team. You have a medical advisory board that will help shape the technology and how you go through your clinical diagnoses when doing effectively what's telemedicine.
Thank you for your question. So actually, we do not have medical advisory board, but we're actively working on it. And one of our team members currently is a US fellowship in ENT. So we hope with her experience to help us in organizing this advisory board.
Yeah, good evening. Marty Kazabowski here. I'm curious to hear how you make money with this app, and more to the point, how do you reach your target user base?
Yeah, thank you for your question. So we will have two schemes, B2B and B2C. Firstly, we will have subscription. So we will have the base level of functions that will be available for everyone, but we also have additional functions as subscription. And also we are going to partner with medical laboratories and private and medical hospitals because they will have benefits from us as we recommend to perform checkups and perform tests more frequently, and we're going to partner with them on a revenue share model.
Thanks.
Okay, do you have any other questions? Guys, please, next question.
I always have more questions.
Oh, okay. Please.
Well, go ahead, Margaret, if you want to.
Thank you. I appreciate the response. Also, tell me more about what you've done to engage your target audience. I mean, and so I appreciate the preventive medicine aspect to this, but can you walk us through what informs the design? Presumably you have interacted with your target market, whether it's clinicians on one side or the other side being the average person who probably doesn't want to be too technically sophisticated on how to use this. So kind of walk us through that experience of what data you've collected and what you've learned.
Yes, so actually we do not have a big research. It is only, let's say, 100 of people, like our acquaintances and friends of friends. So we've asked the basic questions like, do they care about their health? How frequently they visit doctors? So based on that data, we realized that not many people in Ukraine visit doctors annually because there is no such practice when doctor asks people to visit. So people just forgot, don't know when they should visit. And also we'll ask them whether there is a possibility that if they will receive some kind of notifications or maybe some benefits, they will do it more frequently, because we also plan to have discounts for our users due to subscription, discounts in our partners. And based on this small data, we make our estimation. But actually, yes, it's only on the idea stage. So with first development, we're going to test it more broadly.
Okay, thank you.
Do we have time for maybe one last question? Anybody, the judges?
Can you hear me? It's Warren. I was just curious if you have any partnerships with any major healthcare providers or endeavoring to work with any strategic partners.
Yes, thank you for your question. So currently, we do not have partners, and the main problem, let's say, is that we do not have MVP. And through the MVP development, we're going to talk more specifically with our partners.
Thank you, Denise. And if questions is up, we can go to the next. And Optisan, please welcome to the stage.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Bogdan. I'm CEO of Optisan startup, technology for water treatment in any conditions. About 2 billion people suffer from lack of water. About 300 million of them spend more than 30 minutes to get drinking water, and about 500,000 deaths annually caused by diarrhea. Lots of governmental and non-governmental programs are devoted to solving this problem, but the weakest point still remains countries and places with hard and bad infrastructure and logistics. According to this, we have developed hardware device for autonomous water purification and disinfection. It purifies water in any conditions. It kills almost all bacteria. It needs no consumables. It gives 5 daily water intakes in 30 minutes and needs no electricity because it works on solar panels, and it's portable and can be carried out by one person. Our clients is governmental and non-governmental targeted programs devoted to supply military and civil people with water. We are jumping in right now because a crucial need of such thing in Ukraine. We have now over 9 million internally displaced persons, so it's kind of a big problem here. We have made a competitor analysis, and we can strongly say that Optisan is better because we are autonomous, we are portable, we make disinfection, which is impossible in any other types, and our device needs no consumables. Our current business model is based on getting B2G or B2B contract. And in case of we have contract, we can strongly say that we will have net income in first year, which gives us ROI about 200%. Water treatment market is quite huge in the whole world, and we want to get non-industrial equipment part of this market. And the growth of this market annually is quite impressive. First market we are getting in, as I've mentioned before, is Ukraine. And now currently we have a laboratory prototype and validated technology. But we are planning to have MVP in 2 months. We have experienced team which has been working on 5 successful governmental programs, 3 hardware-based projects we released, and we have 3 patented technology designed by the same users of the team. So now we are in search of investments to have MVP and jump into the market as soon as possible. We're in search of networking to raise our partners amount. And of course, we're in search of mentorship because we are always learning. Thanks for your attention, and CR coming out on the market soon.
Yeah, thank you. This is Marco. Good to see you again. Question, you have this intersection of autonomy, portability, and the no consumables. I can appreciate that. Can you tell us what is the difference between this innovation and, say, a product I might find in, I'll call it a camping gear or tactical sort of shop that presumably is targeting a similar audience? But again, if you could point out the distinction, that would be helpful.
Most of products are currently on the market use consumables, for example, coal sorting filters, and they works well, they purifies water well, and they are smaller than our device, of course. But the main point and the weakest point, they are not disinfecting water at all. So this is our strongest point and the main difference between all the competitors.
Follow-up question on competition, which is you didn't show a lot of competitors, but it seems to me that in a very rural environment or emerging market, that there may be a lot of potential incumbents in there that you have to overcome. Could you talk a little bit more about the current applications that are being used to purify water and how you compete with them?
Our main purpose in competitor analysis was not to compare products. We compare technologies which are used in different kinds of products. And main point of our product is it can be carried anywhere in any place, into the field, to the forest, to the river, to the maybe villages with hot water access, and so on. And it needs no consumables at all. I mean, for a really long period of time. So you can bring it there and work for a few years without even technical maintenance.
But it requires there's a maintenance component to it.
I'm sorry, Warren, I haven't heard you.
Sorry, it requires annual maintenance. So there is a maintenance component. You have to send someone out in order to continue to sustain the product on an ongoing basis, right?
Yeah, I got it. Warranted non-maintainable period of time is 3 years. So more than at least 3 years, we guarantee that you wouldn't need to make any maintenance.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Yeah, I think we're handicapped a little bit because we haven't seen a picture of this. It'd be really helpful to see sort of how big it is and how portable it is. But let me ask my question first. It's you haven't said anything about what it costs. I mean, what's the price point? Sort of, who would want to be who would be affordable for this thing?
The cost of our device, final cost, is about $250.
$250, okay.
Yeah, and if to count the productivity of our device, this price can be got back less than 6 months. If to count in water, not if just to exclude all other things where you cannot get water at all.
Okay,
So
and tell me a bit about the throughput. I mean, how much water can I get out of a contaminated source, and how much can I get during the course of a day or so?
our assumptions on the water supplement was made on that a single person use about 2 liters water per day. So we can make 10 liters in 30 minutes, and we can do it continuously.
Okay.
One more question. I'm sorry, Marty, were you done? I want to wheel back to your point. Your core argument, I think, is again that intersection of autonomy, portability, and no consumables. And the argument is this efficacy against diseases, pathogens, maybe waterborne particles. How specific is your indication? Does it work for only a family of pathogens, or is it very targeted, or is it a generalized mechanism of action to capture a multitude of pathogen types? Because they vary clearly around the world.
Thanks for your question. Great. We have 2 different parts of technology, which is devoted to bacteria killing and disinfection. It's ozonation and ultraviolet working on. And both of these technologies are killing almost all the types of bacteria. And the next step we are going to come through is getting medical approvals of our, not technology. Technology is already approved in Ukraine. And we want to build our MVP as a prepared product to get medical approval of the product itself.
Terrific, thank you.
No more questions?
Quick question for me. I guess building off of that one, could you talk about how the technology itself works? So it is a UV light that works to disinfect the water?
Could I share my screen? We have some specific slide for this case
course.
in appendix. Wait a second, please. Time. Simple explanation shown on this slide. We have 4 simple steps where water is circling for the needed period of time. It's a grid filter to take all the huge dirts. We have ozonation to fill out all the impurities as a second step. Ultraviolet cleaner to kill all the left bacteria out, and special collecting point of our device where you can get water from. And all the thing is, all the steps are circled for the needed period of time to get the characteristics we offer, kind of.
Thank you. The slide was really helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bogdan. Thank you for the great presentation.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, and let's go to our next project. Gym setter, Tatiana, please go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Let me share my screen. Hi, my name is Tatiana, and I would like to present you our project, Gym Setter. This is a virtual platform designed to improve social interaction for remote teams. And 70% of remote companies are struggling right now on the with the task how to keep the same level of social interaction between employees on remote mode. And the survey showed that due to the lack of social interaction in companies, employees doesn't understand the company's goals, mission, corporate culture, and they just it's easy for them just to jump to another company. So that is why in a virtual co-working platform, remote workers can have possibility to communicate, interact, learn in a real office, and have fun. Our main target audience, of course, this is the all remote companies and companies with hybrid companies. Of course, our platform has the basic functionality such as chats and video calls, but the main thing, unique thing which distinguishes us on the market, this is a set of gamification tools, virtual office customization, ability for company to provide all activities in one place. And one thing very important, this is point and reward system. In the world, there are a lot of remote teams, but we will be focusing on big IT Ukrainian companies who are actually working on international market. Remote work style became mandatory for some companies due to war or COVID, right? And according to the forecasts, it will stay with us for some time. So the big companies already looking for a tool how to keep a social interaction for their remote team on the same level as it was. And our team right now is looking for investments in order to develop the product and launch it with first 4 clients, which we already have. Currently, we work remotely from Kyiv and Lisboa, Portugal, and we are working on prototype. Our team has 10 years of experience in IT, and we have a lot of experience in design, team building, gamification, developing, sales, etc. That's it. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you to discuss this project with you.
Thank you.
That was really fast.
That was fast. Quick question. You mentioned that your key differentiator is gamification points and your reward system, and that your team has specific experience with that. Can you speak more elaborately on exactly why this rewards gamification differentiator sets you apart, and why other competitors can't readily replicate what you're doing?
Thank you for the question. We actually have our direct competitors, So Work. They are working on US market, and they're just creating virtual platform where people just can interact. But the gamification tools will help them to will actually force them to go there to interact, right? We do have this experience. Me and our team were creating chatbots with the tasks for the team, for team buildings, for corporate event, and it was people liked it and used it in big IT companies. So we decided, we need one space where we can create this tool where HRs or someone like a game expert can create all those quizzes, tasks for people, right? And people just easily can go in the space and see the task. Okay, he can read the task, and this task said like the system will give you a partner from some department, and you have to finish this task, right? And you will achieve some points, and all these points actually can be exchanged for some material goods, for example, merch or insurance or I don't know, ticket to another country. It works already. This virtual currency works in a lot of big IT companies, and they do it separately. They don't have the space where to put these game elements. So yeah. Okay,
Thank you very much.
If I may, talk to me a little bit about two things. One, what do you think is the optimal size of the company that would be interesting or of interest to you as a customer? Is it Boeing and the large companies, or is it really small companies, somewhere in between? And then who is the actual decision maker in that company that will buy your product?
Actually, HRs right now, thank you for the question, Marty. HR, they are decision makers right now, and they're actually selling this to a CEO and explaining, yes, that will work. And they're actually in charge of this social interaction in the companies. HRs, if a company has department, PR department or communication department, that department, if it's a big company. But according to the survey which we made and which our team member Irina Vorobyova made within HR, Ukrainian HRs, the company should be more than 50 people, because otherwise remote people, otherwise they're not interested. They're like, okay, it's Zoom, it's enough for us. We're not ready to spend that much that amount of money, and our purchasing schema, right? It's like a subscription, so company will pay per user every month.
Good. So, thanks.
One question. can you walk us through one example of what would be an ideal use of this? So walk me through a scenario very simply about if I'm, for example, the prospective user in the organization that you just described to Marty. Tell me what my problem is, and then walk me through the solution and how this works.
So, for example, you're a remote worker, and like you don't want to talk and communicate with the people. And HR said, "Hey guys, we have such a can I share the screen?" really quickly. And hey guys, we have this space, and as you can see over here, we have all the spaces: cafe, welcome bar, training center. And you see, as a user, you see like some points, like some tasks there. You're like, okay, interesting. You're going there, and there are like you are going inside of the some virtual space, right? There are some objects and stuff like that, and there are some like tasks as in a game, like just take it. So you take it, and it says like, hey, if you wanna you can earn like 100 points if you will do this task. Let's say cook something. It's like something, right? Like create a meme about your team. Of your team. So you're creating a meme, you're sending it, and the system automatically give you 100 points. And then system sends you, okay, if you will if you get 100 points, you can company will give insurance for your siblings for free, right? Like
time is up. But thank you.
Thank you.
It was brilliant. Thank you, Tatiana.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question. And let's go to the next one. Vacuum gravity energy. Please welcome.
Oh, hello. I'm Vera, and I'm glad to introduce you vacuum gravity energy. Transition to green energy is a must for any industries. Construction sites of the new innovative parks and enterprises have no access to the fully green energy grid or any grid at all. Management companies and developers have a problem to providing energy during the building of new facilities by supporting the Green Deal. Our solution is electricity from autonomic energy generators that works on the pressure difference between vacuum and atmosphere. They can be with capacity from 1 to 4 kilowatts. It is a very innovative technology. That is why our first consumers are innovative management companies of innovative parks in Ukraine. We have a common goal, recovery of Ukraine based on green and sustainable principles. And that is their residents who will be able to become our next consumers. Our competitors are solar power plants and diesel generators, but the first are not compact, need grid or accumulators. The second are not environmentally friendly. And after all, our energy in 2 times cheaper. Our first market, it is innovative parks. Our global market, it's a factory in the world. We have state programs that involve the green course and transition to renewable sources of energy. Today, we have laboratory simple patents in Ukraine, in the USA, and China, and we have interviewed small enterprises and developers in Ukraine. The next step is to create a demo version. And we have aim to install first generator in Unit City and start selling electricity. Our team, Anton is our strategist and business manager, Igor is developer. I'm an expert of technology transfer, and more than 20 people from Academy City Science Park help us with any business questions. Now we are looking for 220 kilos euro to create 3 units of demo version and test them along 9 months. There are our contacts. So thank you for your attention.
Hello, Vera. I won't absorb the Q&A question, but very rudimentary. What principle is being invoked here to create energy, or what energy are you drawing from? When I think of gravity, I think of maybe potential energy, but can you describe to me what is the underlying principle, just very succinctly, that is being harnessed here?
Okay, it is one of Archimedes' law, difference between other between vacuum and between atmosphere. It's different pressures. Atmosphere push to the cell phone and create mechanical energy, and then mechanical energy create electricity.
Okay, thank you. So my core question is, what sort of, for these mobile units, what sort of throughput are you representing you can present? I recognize you had various configurations, but how many watts or kilowatts, what magnitude are we talking about for the small scale?
Okay, thank you for your questions. We plan that demo version will have 1 kilowatt and MVP 10, but we can construct generators with capacity 4 kilowatts.
Okay, thank you.
Can you say a little bit about the pricing of those kilowatts? How does it relate to other ways of creating energy?
How many? 1 second. Nearly 9,000 kilowatts per hour per year.
And how much does this cost?
We plan to sell it per 8 euro cents per kilowatt, and cost it is 2 euro cents.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
It seems like you're talking about roughly 15 million euros to invest to get to completion, and I'd like to understand a little bit more about the capital intensity and the use of capital, and how do you get $15 million so efficiently to a final product?
Thank you for your questions. This soon we want to make a manufacture of our generators, and it is construction parts, logistic, and sales of them. So it is nowadays it is nearly how we need.
Thank you.
So I'm sorry, Marty, I think you beat me to the buzzer. So my question is this: is this the first generation version intended to be a replacement for, say, a Generac portable generator or a Tesla Powerwall? Is that the idea, or is this a different market?
Thank you for your question. I can answer just now.
Sure. No worries. I was trying to get a sense of what you compete with or where you're going to place in the market. I think Anton was going to respond as well.
Maybe Anton can answer, or any member of our team.
Don't worry. Maybe we'll go to Marty's question then. Thank you.
I was just going to ask about intellectual property. You mentioned some patents. Do you have U.S. patents, European patents, and what sort of is the nature of the intellectual property?
Thank you. It is principles of work of this generator.
Okay. So can you be a little more specific? I mean, is it the way of creating the vacuum? Is it the way of capturing the potential energy? What's the
No. Only principles how to make electricity from vacuum and atmosphere. That is part of our generation, but main part.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Time is up. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your answers. And let's switch this our hero on the stage, and Max Game Value, please.
So let's go. Dear Ukrainian Hub and mentors, thank you for this amazing opportunity. I am super excited to present our Max Game Value project. My name is Boris, and do you know who is Zeus? Zeus, the professional cybersport player. He is world championship in Counter-Strike Go for 5 times. He is now streamer and has more than 2 million subscribers. Other streamer is Spaceman, streams his original music and has 30,000 subscribers. Sipletko streams chatting on dating services and has only 300 subscribers. There are almost 60 million of such big and small bloggers only on YouTube and Twitch, and they all think about 2 issues every day: how to engage more their subscribers, how to earn more from their channel. Because now some platforms charge up to 50% from their streamers' income, but we have a solution for them. We develop auction widget which helps streamers sell their stuff for the highest price during their live stream. It also brings more audience involvement. Fans start hunting for the things from their favorite bloggers. We are like eBay auction, but directly on the streamer's channel. A streamer creates an auction on our platform, connects it to his stream. All viewers will see a plate with the auction name, current price, and the QR code. Having recognized the QR code with their phone, they will be able to place the bid. The highest bid wins, and after the payment, winner gets his item. We maximize our business model to 10% flat fee from each item sold by streamer. We calculated our market size. Our sum is $92 million. Live streams became the main source of income for bloggers during pandemic. In result, the live streaming will double up till 2025. Our core advantage is that the widget is embedded directly into the video stream. So the platforms will not be able to block the widget. So now streamers' income depends only on them and the community which they build on their streams. We started testing our product and on the small bloggers and got exciting results. Even a blogger with 20 viewers can sell his items for $100 US. You can imagine how much more money can earn bloggers with bigger audience. We have a 3-year marketing strategy. We plan to get 37 million in revenue and attract more than 500,000 streamers. Our first market, Ukraine and Poland. Then we go to US and UK. Third stage is Asia. These plans will realize our team with huge experience in company management, marketing, sales, software development, and e-sport. We will use the grant for marketing and the rapid attraction of new streamers. The better traction, the higher chances to get 1.2 million in January. Thank you for your attention, and we are open for your questions.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. Can we amplify the first launch that you've done to get a sense of how well the first experiment, if I can call it that, is performing? Can you walk us through that in more detail, please?
Yes, sure. So we completed already 14 auctions in 3 weeks only, and generally we generated $475 sold for these 14 auctions. We aim now only for the small bloggers. On average, they have 20 viewers live, and already 2 auctions they generated $100. So even when there are only 20 persons watching the streams, they can sell high and higher than they expected. Based on our interviews before and after the streams, they like the service, and that's why they continue using it and sell again and again. Because initially they were planning to sell like for $10, but got $100.
Okay, thank you. And one more time, and I'm sorry to ask the very basic question, but what again is being auctioned here?
The auction can be everything. It can be something digital or physical. It can be T-shirt or, for example, the skin in Counter-Strike Go. It can be NFT, which is also in our plans for development as one of the features to be sold. It can be time with the streamer, for example, common game or the watching of the video, or just one-to-one sometime. So it depends on the creativity, but we offer some templates, what they can solve in order to drive the sale, and they use these templates, and bloggers use these templates and then offer to their audience. But some bloggers, also very interesting point, that they create something themselves with their own hands, like handcrafting. And this is a very good tool for them to increase the price for these handcrafted items.
Okay, terrific. So I can auction off my Marty Kazabowski autographed pen on your platform?
Yeah, and it will be very expensive. It will have a good price.
Go ahead, Marty. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to reiterate that. So if I get this right, a blogger or a gamer or somebody who's got an audience essentially will occasionally say, okay, I'm taking a break. Who wants to buy this hat, signs it, and now there's an auction for that hat. That's generally the idea. Tell me how you make money in that whole process.
Okay, so we have a 10% fee from each successful transaction. So each item which was sold and the blogger gets the payment, so we charge 10% from this fee. And also very positive that the market, in the past, people were collecting some coins and stamps and etc. But now in the 21st century, people would like to collect some items from their favorite bloggers or streamers. And here we are to offer it.
Okay, thanks.
Quick question. You know, YouTube sometimes finds content they don't like, and I'm sure that they could find a way to block your stream, especially if they want to create a competitive product. So what disables or what prevents one of the major broadcasters like YouTube to figure out a way to just displace you and put you aside, marginalize your product offering?
So we are using our service via different streaming tools, so like OBS and other platforms. Exactly these tools, via them, the streamers make the stream on YouTube, Twitch, and other platforms. And our advantage is that we are embedded into the tool, but not into the platform. So no matter what type of the platform streamer is using, the platform does not have access to our QR code and to his stream.
Thank you.
One more question. If you had to pick one name out there for us to research, who would be your closest competitor?
It will be Streamloots.
And what stage of development are they?
They are after Series A, and they offer already some cards which they sell on their platforms for the streamers. So they provide these gaming cards for the streamers, which they then can sell. And they offer different tools how to sell it. But this is quite a big company already in Spain and US, and like not very big. They're also growing like we do. And they have the first customers which already tested our audience.
Well, thank you.
I have a quick question. Do you plan to work with celebrities?
Yes. So as for now, we start with a small blogger, as we have only the prototype and we are on the stage to develop the MVP, and we are testing the product. So we charge free of charge the usage for the first, and they are quite small. But we have connections in our team to the top gamers like Zeus with 2 million audience. And Zeus already confirmed that he will start using our product when we will have the full MVP, also in order not to the risk with his name at this current stage of the product. But he confirmed, and we are planning to utilize them. And another very good idea, which also Julia shared with us yesterday, and we are planning to utilize to have the auction in Ukraine very popular for donation collections. And we are planning to approach also Pritula and his fund in order to utilize our services. He is also quite popular YouTube blogger.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. One more idea also we have about some stars like Britney Spears and others, but this will come later.
Thank you. Thank you. Time is up. Thank you.
Thank you all for great questions.
It was brilliant. Thank you. And great. And the next one and the last on our first cohort for today is Brain 4. Anfisa, are you ready?
Yes, hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Anfisa. I'm a product manager at a startup called Brain4, and I want to talk about learning languages, the basis of it. So on average, there's 1.5 billion people in the world that learn English, and the most popular system to learn a language is the CFR. So that's A1 to C2 levels, which uses topics to teach a language. So family, work, food, etc. And this has been here for more than 30 years. So how effective is this approach? We found out on average, a person learns 5 to 12 words in 1 hour with the topic system, which means that it would take 1 to 3 years to get to a B2 upper intermediate language level. So what we came up is a system that's 5 times faster, which means that a person can learn 50 words per hour and get to this upper intermediate B2 level within 3 months. So how does this work? It's a system that's based on memory patterns instead of the linguistic approach. So a known word is connected to a new word. We divided 5,000 most commonly used words for that B2 level into 3 sections, all with high memory base. We tested this on a focus group, various ages and learning capabilities, and everyone succeeded to learn 50 words in 1 hour. This is learning languages revenue, offline and digital. The market is very big and is expected to be 115 billion in 3 years, where digital learning is expected to grow 3 times and get to 47 billion. Especially apps grow 2.5 times faster than total market. So from our analysis, 90% language apps use topic system or with repetition or gamification, where learning the vocabulary is less efficient than our method. And we have not found a similar methodology to ours. Now, where exactly do we fit? We can divide learning language process into vocabulary, grammar, and practice. We're competing within the vocabulary part. So what do we have now? We spent 5K hours into R&D, tested our method, and now we're testing a beta version with a language pair Ukrainian English. And we're planning a final release of a new redesigned app in September. This is how our app looks. Here's a menu, group words, learning words, and exam pages. Our goals by December are to reach break-even point, MRR 26K, and monthly users 30K. We need funds for R&D and marketing, 40K to add new language pairs from English to EU languages, and we already started to do that, and 80K for marketing ads and PR. Besides our 25 contributors, our main team has overall experience in finance, engineering, customer success, and biz dev. We've known each other for 10 plus years, so we're pretty cohesive. So let's make an impact together. Thank you, and we're open for any questions.
Thank you. Appreciate the presentation. The question I have first starts with how well it works. Do you have either academic research or some evidence to support that your methodology has the efficacy you've indicated?
We have the focus group that we tested it on. So we tested on around like 50 people starting from 2021 or even earlier. Bogdan, our founder, was constantly doing this. So this was basically our main, result.
Okay, thank you. So you have at the moment a small sample set to suggest that this is a superior learning paradigm.
Well, around 50 people, yeah. But the result was like very successful. So within like they're absolutely different ages and English levels. And yeah, the method is just made by one person, basically.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So do you imagine people using this just on its own or in conjunction with a Duolingo or Rosetta Stone or Babbel or some other system?
Well, first, we see it on its own as a B2C product app. Maybe when we get bigger and get, a higher PR and more users and more engagement, we think that we could collaborate with practice or grammar competitors. But we also have to see their reaction. But we will think about white labeling. Yeah.
Okay. So potentially Duolingo or somebody could license your technology and just integrate it into their system directly and have a white label. Is that correct?
Well, we'll have to see their reaction.
Potentially.
Yeah. Well, potentially, if we have no other options, then yes.
Okay. And can you say quickly about the intellectual property? In other words, what would keep them from just duplicating what you're doing?
So we actually are in the process, and we will be focusing on IP rights in September. So this is something that we plan to do. So yeah, the IP rights we will be doing in September, and this will be our
Great, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
You asked us the other day about exit strategy, and we mentioned that it's important. Can you talk a little bit about what you view as your potential exit strategy?
Yeah, so we talked within the team, and our founder Bogdan said that we definitely want to grow for the next 10 years because Bogdan has been doing this app for more than 5 years. And so I guess that after we get really big, maybe, we'll see, maybe we'll think about buyouts and tech companies, but for the next 10 years, definitely single growth company.
In a world with a lot of app saturation, how do you get the attention of yet another call it app in the space? How do you stand out?
So basically the number one thing is the method itself, because it takes a user from basically 0 to an upper intermediate level. It can make it in 3 months, within 3 months. So we want to start with Ukraine, and we want to make it as a donations app, so it's very accessible for people to use, and then raise awareness and raise more people and users so that they talk about it. Basically the method itself should be the number one PR strategy.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So you mentioned that it would help get to the next language level, so like the B2 level.
Yeah.
But so far I've seen it will help learn similar words in a different language. So how are you actually helping to get people to the next language level, and if it's not including grammar or practice?
How do we get people to get to a next language level? You mean yes. After B2, like after B2, going higher, or
just to get them to B2, because it goes from known word to a similar word in another language. So is it just you're just working on vocabulary? So how do they? Okay.
How do they? Sorry, could you finish, please?
Yeah. So how do they get to the next language level? So the language levels aren't just vocabulary. You have to have an understanding of grammar and
for sure. Yeah. So our number one focus right now would be only vocabulary, but in the future, and we are already starting to do the grammar section. and the practice section as well. But our main focus would be vocabulary from 0 to B2. And then we will be adding the grammar section and practice section. And maybe later we will be even expanding to get a user from B2 to maybe C2. That's basically how we want to cover like everything within the next 5 years.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, great. It was really great pitches. The participants, you've done a really great job. And it was really intense. And now we have some time to refresh ourselves and take in some 15 minutes break for maybe coffee or some rests. And again, a kind reminder to be here on time in 15 minutes. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Hello, hello, everyone. Hi, dear participants. Hi, dear mentors. How are you doing? Excited? We still have a second batch of pitches. Are you ready to go? And welcome to the following teams: CRDF Global, Inside Me, Crafted, Fluentino, Teleporto, and Worky. And let's start our second batch from CRDF Global. Welcome to the stage, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm sharing my screen. 1 second. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Let's test. Perfect. So let's start. Hello, everyone. I'm Ksenia, and thank you for investing your time. I'm happy to present you our project, which is called CRDF Global. The main problem that we solved that there is no clear way to donate tangible goods right now. There are a million of different ways how to donate money, but not goods. The solution for this is an Amazon for charity, a place where small and medium nonprofits place their requests and what they really need. And people can donate this and receive tax deduction receipt and photo and video record. What is really important for our donors, and we estimated and we realized that our donor is a person who donates in average $100. So it's really important for them to receive a quick feedback of their impact, because they think that maybe my donation is not enough, maybe it's too small. So we will provide them a photo record of their donation and the usage of the item that they donated, and they will have possibility to share it on social media and show it to their close friends. We already started from Ukraine. Our project called CRDF UA, and it's related 100 to help Ukrainian charities right now, and it's volunteering. Almost 3K valuable items have been sent to Ukraine already, and the worth of the donation is over $170,000. Mostly we have our donors from the United States, and this is our target market right now. We see that it's huge, and the donation for the 1 year, it's close to $500 billion. So right now we see that there are some platforms that collect requests from nonprofits, but most of them, they focused on funds and on money, and only one which is related to tangible goods, but they concentrated just on corporate segment, and we are going to give such possibility of donation for individuals. Our business model consists of 2 parts. The first one is percentage per transaction from our potential vendors. It can be online stores, post service, and etc. Some services related to the donation. And part is the subscription for nonprofits for extra features. For example, if the item is really expensive, you can add fundraising option to this and to help donors to reach the goal. We already closed our bootstrap, and right now we are on a pre-seed, and we are looking for $300,000 right now to improve our project. This is just the top of the iceberg, because our strategic goal is to to build peer-to-peer donation marketplace when donation go directly from the donor to the person in need. So if you would like to hear more, just let me know. I will be happy to arrange a meeting with you and to share my thoughts and our ideas. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Ksenia. Thank you. It was amazing. And let's go.
Thank you. Thank you, Ksenia. So my first question is, as a new entrant, how do you establish trust with donors? As you might imagine, you're being a new startup, and clearly you have evidence that people are responding, but there are also many pirates, many people who prey on people's kind of vulnerable intentions of doing well. And so how do you establish trust with your target market? That's my first question.
Thank you so much. It's a really important question for us, and we believe and we know that trust is our main value. So for the first stage, we will cooperate with the nonprofits in the US, and on the first stage, they will collect tangible goods among their community. So we will check this through our partners, our main stakeholders, nonprofits.
Okay, so your stakeholders will have vetted you, and in the vetting process, by extension, there's an assumption of trust. And the second question is, I'd assume that the donors, there's some sort of quality control on what's being donated, or is that the case?
Sorry, could you please repeat your question?
Yes. How do you make sure that what is being donated is actually in donatable form condition?
It's important for us that nonprofits should receive something that they really need, not some junk from the attic or some trash. So first thing that we will add that they need to provide minimum requirements for all the donation. And then when they receive the donation, they will share with us the report. And in this case, we will see on the quality of goods and everything. So we just need to build a transparent and open communication with our donors, and just to share with them that it's not allowed to share some junk or some trash. Anyway, it's hard to prevent all their scam, it's impossible. But we think that it's manageable.
Thank you.
You mentioned that your competitive advantage, one of your advantages is that you're a peer-to-peer network and you're the first one. Can you talk specifically about what the advantage is to being a peer-to-peer network over other competitors?
Oh, it's not so simple question, The main goal, why we're thinking of building peer-to-peer donation marketplace, because charity and some big funds, they started to compromise. And we see that among our generation, a lot of people, they asking themselves, how they use my donation, how they invest this money that I donated. So it's important for us that peer-to-peer will help us to resolve this issue and to build a transparent system of donation without third parties. But this is not the first stage of our startup. We realize that it's impossible right now. Anyway, we need partners among nonprofits, and we just need to start and to show people how it works, all this system. And also, based on the previous question, it can be a lot of scam, so it's risk for us. So for the beginning, we will cooperate with nonprofits to avoid these risks.
We have about a minute left. I'm still kind of unclear on how the process actually works. If I want to donate a laptop computer, walk me through me making that decision to when it actually arrives in the donor or the nonprofit.
Thank you. It's really a great question. Thank you so much. So I will share with you two different cases. So the first one, For example, I'm a nonprofit and I need some medical stuff. Right now, I need to collect this and donate it to my community. And I don't have an open source where I can share this. So I share this online. And on the other side, for example, a nurse which has 2K cereal glows, she can donate this, what she already have at home or in her office. This is the first way. And second one, I want to donate. I have willing to donate something, but I have this issue that I want to see where my money goes. So I see the list of needed goods and I can order something online and it goes directly to the nonprofit warehouse.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Ksenia. Time is up for the question.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You've done a great job. And let's move to the next project and Inside Me. Welcome.
Okay, so I'm starting. Hello there, my name is Mikola and I am the CEO of the Inside Me. This is Mary. She is the founder of SaaS FinTech startup. She spends more than 8 hours on Google, 3 hours on YouTube, and several days on LinkedIn looking for the right solution to the important business issue. And this is Steve, who has more than 5 years of varied experience in the fintech field. He likes to help people with advisory, and actually right now he can help Mary, but wait, how can he know about this? How do we bring these two people together? And we have solution. Inside Me, AI-based service for matching people via audio video for sharing expertise. For Mary, unlike others, we are not another marketplace, but the service is like a personal assistant to whom she can delegate the search and selection of people for the advisory in few clicks and free up time for important things. For Steve, we are a great source of lead generation because he doesn't need to look for clients and promote himself. We automatically display him relevant questions and he himself decides in a matter of seconds whether or not he can help people. The market is huge and it is growing. Firstly, we focus on the entrepreneurs for whom the problem is most relevant today. The main competitors are specific services and communities in messengers, but we are better for our users because using AI algorithms, we do all of work for users inconvenient for and smart price by matching them without any waste of their time. We already have done website and mobile prototype, UI prototype for full-fledged service, launch MVP and get more than 100 advisors and the first 7 paid matches. Next goals is to complete full-fledged service, provide at least 100 matches, find out real product market fit, and achieve 10,000 matches for the next 6 months after. The first market and target audience are English-speaking entrepreneurs in Poland and Ukraine. During the next 3 years, we will expand to all of Europe, North America, South Africa, and Asia, excluding China. Our team consists of 12 teammates, 3 of them are co-founders. Oksana, before she participated in US startup from scratch to Series A and top accelerators such as Berkeley Skydeck and Texas, New York. Vlad, he is senior machine learning engineer with deep knowledge of artificial and business intelligence. And I am business-minded person with C-level expertise and unstoppable passion for this startup, which I share with everyone around me. We are looking for the sponsors who believe in our team and will show them real traction during next 4 months. So, Inside Me, find people, find solution. Thank you.
Thank you, Mikola. Could we go to the very beginning of your presentation just one more time, please? Essentially, what is the pain that's being resolved here? And how you were doing it one more time?
What is the pain? Yes.
Correct. Yeah, and how specifically does this work? Just what kind of illustrate that piece? I can identify with the face to the keyboard.
You mean about this slide? Yes. I don't hear you. I
think however you wish to answer the question. I think what I'm really trying to get at is just walk me through a very basic scenario, how I might use this. So maybe this is as good as any.
Okay, sure. A lot of people and actually entrepreneurs have different questions, and they do not create firstly solutions, the right solution, because they lack of experience. We cannot know everything in the world. And we go to different ways where we can get some pieces of relevant information. So our hypothesis that the best source and the mature source of information, this is people, this is we are. So our goal is to rapidly connect people, be like aggregator of supply and demand for micro consulting between people in different their cases. And we started from questions that related for business development spheres.
And so you're creating a marketplace for advisors, if you will. How do you vet the quality of the advisor that you bring on your platform, that you pair with the user?
Sure. About the quality. Our advisors, at the early stage, we do interviews, and we bring people from our network that are already like checked by our experience. But okay. after, you know, actually, this is impossible to guarantee that specific people, is that specific person with his specific expertise can, from the one consultancy, really solve some problems. So our decision is to advise our users, our seekers, to use up to 3 consultancy on the one question and get different answers or the same answers, and to be sure that this is low risky and really good solution in this specific case.
Terrific, thank you.
So if I understand it correctly, you would recommend that your seekers look for at least 3 answers, which means if they have a question, they may be paying $30 or $40 to get an answer. And my question to you is, with Quora and Google and Ask Me and other competitors out there, why would people pay $30 or $40 to answer a question when they can get it for free?
Because one of the main points that you don't have enough energy to bring it at all your life spheres, and when you have some issue or problem, it's pain for every of us. So we instead of our competitors bring this all management of looking for the right person who is the really big percent of possibility can help in this specific case, not just YouTube videos that is in different or some wide questions and something like that. And we do research actually how much people spend time when they try to communicate between each other in social media, like LinkedIn, this perfect marketplace to find the right advisor. But you need to spend intermediate, it's 2 days. And we have our own cases and our network that they have spent more than 7 days to find the really right expertise. And they do by their resource, by their time, energy, and money for subscription, actually.
Thank you.
What is your revenue model?
Okay, thank you for this question. Our revenue model is when the seekers, we like peer-to-peer service. So our business model is really close to taxi services. Service receives a fixed price for each match with advisors, or they will be for them will be available as subscription monthly or something like that. And another one side, this is advisors for whom it will be freemium plus subscription on advanced lead generation. So something like that. We have 3 financial models that we wanted to test. Our current financial model is that we just get fee from the successful paid consultancy just in the end of this process. But it's
I'm sorry, time is up.
Sorry.
Thank you.
And thank you for the question and thank you for the answer. Okay. Let's move. And please welcome to the stage Crafted.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Artem Bakanov and I'm CEO of Crafted. For families with children of preschool age who want to develop creativity and other important skills of their child, Crafted gives opportunity to create do-it-yourself style products. Parents tend to spend more and more time with their children. However, quality of that time still painful question. Digital devices are worst enemies of parenting. Children spend more time with digital device and less time with real physical objects, combining them, playing with them, and developing their important skills. We know that we can turn an enemy to a friend. We worked with children methodologists and experts to come up with crafting kit with ready-to-use materials in a craft box and digital instructions in currently free application that will attract additional people to our product. We interviewed 115 families. Only 30% of them refer to crafting as the way of entertainment and development. However, more than half considered it but refused because of different obstacles. So we found out the most common ones. First of all, parents are not always sure what would be feasible for their child, the instructions they found on the internet. Also, preparing materials and looking for ideas takes a lot of time and effort. So by addressing these reasons, we are going to help those who already do crafts and attract those who don't. So you may download our free application currently for iOS and already use it with materials you have at home to create crafts from materials you have at home. If you don't want to bother with materials, you can purchase our craft box that already has all materials and spend really meaningful time with your child. We have manufacturers, competitors who provide different kinds of kits and digital competitors who provide ideas. We are all-in-one solution and we are focused on child sensory integration. So we put materials from nature to our boxes and different ways of combining them. World toy market is growing by 2.5% a year with current value of 94 billion. 4% of that market is do-it-yourself toy market. We are going to take 7.5% of our available market, and we are going to achieve it in 5 years. We have already started sales in Ukraine, and we have pretty positive traction even in our application that was designed as a companion app, but people are interested in it. And now we are ready to move forward. Our strategy would be to expand with digital application first, study traction, study reviews, and then proceed with manufacturing of physical boxes. We are the team of 5 people with 5 years of experience of working together, currently located in Europe. Also, we work closely with children experts. We are looking for 100,000 for a year to reach the break-even point. Thank you for your attention. I would be happy to answer your questions.
Go ahead, Warren.
Thank you so much. You mentioned that your digitization is a key differentiator from other products in the marketplace. Can you talk a little bit more about why that's so difficult to replicate? Why can't other companies just start digitizing their products and thereby compete directly with your offering?
Yeah, thank you for your question. Actually, it is not difficult to replicate digital part, but we work closely with different child experts like Montessori experts, founders of kindergartens, founders of private schools, and we like asking them for their methodology, and we create then content with their methodology. So it's pretty unique content. Like we have, for example, small articles for each craft describing for a parent how to do this craft with their kid, what to pay attention to, and like how to do it properly, how to explain it to child. Also, we have some kind of features in our application that you can input materials you have at home and do crafts with them. We will like choose crafts that you can already do at home.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me make sure I understand the premise. Is the intention, Artem, to establish a better experience, learning experience with the parent and the child through crafts? Is that the core assumption? Or is the core assumption that this is a better alternative to keeping someone preoccupied from using a digital device? I know you mentioned that comment, but really what I'm trying to get at is, are you positioning this as a better experience because it's tactile, it's your hands, and it's a better experience than a digital experience? Or is this something else? So I'm really trying to figure out, is it a babysitting tool or is it a kind of a better, skills building tool?
Yeah, thank you for your question. We thought about it a lot, and really at first we thought that it would be a tool to keep child busy, but after a lot of interviews, talking with parents, watching for kids playing, we understood that what people really need is a tool to spend meaningful time with child. So that's how we position now. It is a tool for basically a parent that would help him to spend time with his child, not bothering with instructions he don't understand or materials they don't have.
I understand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions from my side? Tell me, please, as I understand, you produce your craft boxes and these materials in Ukraine. So what's the cost of this basic kit? I mean, not for customer, but for your team as the producing part.
Actually, we really produced these boxes in Ukraine. They unit cost of each box was $5, and we were selling them for $25. But after short interviews, we found out that the big box of $25 is really too much, and we are producing prototypes of small boxes for $15 only and less of unit cost.
Quickly, there are some children who aren't necessarily interested in crafts, but they may be interested in science, technology, engineering, music, athletics, other things. Do you imagine this growing into other domains like STEM or music?
Yeah, thank you for your question. We were dreaming a lot about in what we can grow, and really we can add not only crafts for children of preschool age, but for school age, for universities, and even for adults, because we working close with experts that provides these instructions for us. And even we thought of growing to a platform when some experts can sell the instructions, some can buy, but currently we remain focused on preschool age and B2C segment.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Okay. Let's go to the, thank you, Artem, and let's go to our next project. And welcome to the stage, Alina from Fluentino.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for inviting. I'm really glad to participate. So my name is Alina. I'm founder of Fluentino, and while doing research for this project, I've found out really interesting facts. 10 to 15% of the like any country's population, are immigrants, and most of them don't really speak fluently in the official language of the country they live in. And of course, they do need it in order to find a job, move up in their career, or even enter the professional courses. But in order to gain the knowledge, as you already know, it might take 1 to 3 years of time. It's a raising issue for the governments that are witnessing the rising unemployment rate, but it's an even bigger issue for refugees who are not prepared to move to another country, and they definitely don't have time to master their foreign languages, but they do need to provide for themselves and for their kids. Now existing apps or lessons can actually help them to get to the fluency in a foreign language. After learning some basic grammar and vocabulary, they're just getting stuck in something called the language barrier. So we have come up with the solution. Meet Fluentino. It's a marketplace that matches learners with the groups of peers for conversations around a particular topic in small audio chats in small groups, supervised by the moderator. And as you understand, this is all about practice. So every day the learners can come and practice their speaking skills. And it's actually our main differentiator on the market, because we are not just another language learning app. We're not about language learning. We're about practicing speaking skills. And the market opportunity here is colossal. I mean, we see ourselves the next step after Duolingo. So imagine if they have like 28 million learners that are learning Spanish, and we would come to these people after Duolingo, we would generate over $1 billion per month from these people. We already launched the application. You can go to the website, you can register, and you can try joining the chats. We also got some free registrations up to this point. And next, we're going to onboard our first 1,000 of paid customers and test out some markets around the world. We have got all the necessary expertise for this covered. Our team has experience working at VC industry, launching digital products and startups, working at one of the top IT companies, and also, of course, teaching foreign languages. We have an ambition plan of raising the angels round of $500,000 for an 18 months runway, because we believe that in that, like within the time, we're gonna get to the break even. And we're also looking for another front-end developer and NLP and NLU specialist into our team, and of course, our partners in different parts of the world. So if you have friends that are struggling with getting to fluency in a foreign language, share our website with them. And for others, let's work together on better tools for language practice. Thank you.
Thank you. Quick question. Why do these chats have to take place on your website? Why couldn't they take place anywhere?
Thank you for the question, but where exactly they can take place? If you're speaking about Zoom, for instance, like I'm the language learner and I want to practice, I don't know, I'm learning French now. I want to practice French now with anyone. First of all, I need to find someone, this anyone. I need to have friends that are also learning French at the same level as I do, and they also want to practice it. Then maybe it's not really useful for us to just speak to each other. Maybe we need someone like a native French speaker who would help us with the pronunciation, with suggesting us better words for particular situations, conversations, topics, and so on. And probably this moderator would need to be paid. So then I'm taking these friends, which I don't actually have, and we're getting all together. We're finding time, like common time that's comfortable for all of us. We're finding this moderator, host, tutor, whoever, and we also need to pay this tutor somehow with some money. Whilst at Fluentino, you're just going to the website, you are joining any of currently scheduled chats, or you're creating your own chat. You are waiting for other peers to join it, and each group chat has up to 5 people. by learners. And then the moderators that are teaching French, they are getting notification, they are coming to this chat. Okay, if they like the timing and the topic, they join it, they moderate it. And the learners are paying just a monthly subscription fee for joining a particular amount of chats every month. I mean, it simplifies all the possible process of practicing elsewhere.
Okay, thank you.
Alina, could you prioritize your markets here? In your presentation, it wasn't really super clear how you go about that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've just had this revelation recently because I've been firstly targeting like the UK market, Germany, because I know that they have a lot of overseas students coming from non-English countries and non-German countries to the universities and so on and so forth. But then I realized that I should actually target the pre-UK and pre-Germany markets. So that's why I'm now switching to the emerging markets. I now have to do all this job with doing more research into them, but I have already collected quite a good number of feedback from Pakistan, from India, and from Kazakhstan that they are actually interested. So now I just need some few days to do the research and prioritize these markets for myself again.
That's fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
So tell me quickly, how do you reach your user base? And sort of companion question, do you see companies like Duolingo or Preply or Rosetta Stone, are they competitors to you, or are they somebody that could be a partner for your product?
Thank you. So the first question, onboarding the users, I actually have pretty nice list of possible channels for attracting them. I don't know, just go to the Facebook groups for those who are preparing for IELTS or TOEFL. There are tons of messages every day in these groups. I'm looking for conversation partners. I'm looking for conversation partners. I'm looking for conversation partners. So that's just one of the channels that I have in my mind. And we can talk about others at the catch-up call. As for the second question, you ask if these big players, incumbents, can actually be my competitors, our competitors, or partners. Well, actually, I see language schools and bigger companies like Rosetta Stone more as a partner, and the others maybe as well as a partner, because I don't think that Preply or Duolingo or wherever would start actually building a different product for the practice. Because if you would come to my website, if you would try joining the conversations, you would see this is a completely different product and completely different experience than the rest of these guys have. So I don't see them as my direct competitors, at least for the next 3-5 years. And for that time, I have a lot of things to develop in order to stand with them on the market on the equal rights.
I just saw a note from the guys at Brain4 that they're happy to partner
Exactly,
with you as well.
exactly.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alina.
Thank you. Yeah, so if you have any refugees that want to improve their languages, you know where to come. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. And good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, and move on to the teleporter. Welcome to the stage.
Hi, my name is Metro, and I'm co-founder of Teleporter, SaaS for exchanging multimodal containers. One second. Sorry. Today, there is a problem that there is no effective solution that covers the entire process of container exchange at the first and last mile delivery. As a result, logistics team have to do a lot of manual work and spend up to 400 hours in order to manage this problem. Moreover, the industry loses more than $20 billion because of not optimal container exchange route building. Also, current solutions don't solve the problem of lack of trust that, according to the research, the number one problem preventing container exchanges. Our solution is a SaaS with a reliable network where algorithms find the best match between empty import containers and export cargo. It saves more than 1 hour of logistics specialist work daily, increase the customer profit by up to $400 per container, and rise number of deals by more than 2 times. Our target customer is freight forwarders working with ground transportation of multimodal containers. We position ourselves as a highly scalable and technological product. Unlike our competitors, we are all-in-one solution that covers the entire process of container exchange. We have unique features that our competitors don't have. They are not only maximize the profit of our customers, but allow them to manage container effectively. Also, we assist users with decision-making and build reliable network for them. Our market is $2.3 billion, and 65% of it has no competitors. Now, it's a great time for a startup because the time of supply chain 4.0 is coming. Also, there is growing trend of container shipments, and there are no strong competitors in this market. We did our homework, we proved prototype, developed algorithms and microservices architecture, selected a software development team, had customer commitments, and now we are raising our pre-seed round. Our next goal is to finish developing MVP. It will take up to 4 months. We'll build sales teams, we'll do pre-sale and launch in Poland. 20 million market, which are familiar for us. There are 2 founders in our team. We have 26 years of experience in IT and 15 years in logistics. Also, we have 2 advisors in container logistics and product design. Now we're raising $250,000 for our product launching, and 60% of it for product development and 40% for sales, marketing, and support. Thank you for your attention, and I will be glad to answer your question.
So in your market analysis, I'm just thinking out loud here, maybe you may be indifferent to this, but there are different kind of containers all over the world. And I would imagine some, for example, have refrigerator conditioning,
yes,
et cetera, cold chain, et cetera. Do you service the entirety of the supply chain content that goes into these containers, or how do you deal with the prioritization of perishables?
Yeah, actually, it's more about dry containers. Sorry, it's a 40, 20 feet, 45 high cube. So, and because there are some specific containers, I mean, ramp or etc., it's where probably they are 5% of the markets, and it's no our point.
Okay, and as I understand the logistics supply chain world, it's very, as I understand it, it's fragmented, and there are old school ways of doing IT, is my understanding, and we have some investment in that. I guess I'm wondering, culturally, how do you get adoption from a community that historically has not necessarily been leaning into tech very much for improving itself?
Yeah, actually, we have a different phase of entering into the particular market, a particular country, and it's a phase. The first, it's discovering. The next, it's adaptation of the product for a particular market. The second phase, it's launching free using of product, and after that, after lead generation, user for a particular market, we start monetization.
Thank you.
Good. So you say you're about 4 months away from an MVP. Can you describe just more specifically what will be your MVP?
MVP is you can post your container or cargo, and the algorithm finds the best match. So it's and we show the result of our users, so users can find this connection, and it's our MVP. So they have result. They have this profit. They can find this connection and have additional profits. So it's MVP. It's a basic.
Okay. And maybe I missed it, but how do you make money on this? What's your
we take a commission from 10 to 30% from the profit that customer receive. So it depends on the profit and the market. I mean, if there are a lot of containers or not, but mostly it's commission.
Okay, thanks.
Can you take a minute to just talk about what the market is currently using for this problem? Are they using kind of a manual solution, or what is it that they're currently using? And then why is it so painful that they need to switch to your technology?
Actually, the main two player, it's Avantida or Matchbox. Avantida is Europe. In Europe, Matchbox in Pacific Ocean region, and they work as a manual exchanging of containers. So you have to find your containers or cargo manual by hand, and you have to calculate this distance between two towns and find what is the best. And our system works through Google Maps. They calculate the distance. They can ask the particular carrier what fee they want to charge per mile, and can say that this carrier can charge $100, this $150, and you can find the best option for you. It's everything is automatically, no manual. But most products they use as a manual work for
so it's very cumbersome right now.
Yeah. It's a very, very, very difficult to find the best manual.
Okay. Any questions? No? Okay, thank you. Let's move on. And our last project for today pitches is Worky. Please. Welcome. Sergey. Are you here? Okay, let's dance.
Some issues with video, he wrote in the chat.
Okay.
You can keep on dancing.
Yeah, and maybe some kind of applause.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Finally, let's go.
Yes. Let me tell you about my experience with working with deployment agencies in the EU, and about a problem I have identified on this market. Blue-collar workers already starting using smartphones and have acquired the habit of looking for work using them. But no one has created a suitable job search yet. All that exists are complex and require knowledge of the language, writing CV, and struggle with long registrations. That's why they all are searching for jobs in social networks and messengers in thousands of boring groups and chats. This is long and inconvenient for them, for business and deployment agencies. Searching costs for one employee now reach from 1 to 300 euros. We know how to build a mobile app that will provide secure and direct contact between the employer and worker in 5 clicks, where each user will be able to see the interface in his language. And this is important because today worker from, as an example, Ukraine has found a job in Poland, and tomorrow he's going to Germany and then to Sweden, Great Britain, and others. Also, we plan to pay money for closed deals and recommendations referral program. These features will make our application the most useful and profitable for users. A large amount of users will make it possible to reduce the search cost for businesses in 2 to 5 times. I discussed this service with agency owners, and they want this product and will be happy to pay 50 euros of commission per transaction or pay a subscription fee in the future. Our main audience for monetization is employment agencies and small medium business. We also plan to launch a freemium version for users. Our main competitors are indirect. Similar application and sites are either unsuccessful due to complexity or successful but have a regional level, like Workport in Poland. We think globally. Why not help workers from Bangladesh go to work to Qatar? In Poland, the country from we start our project, only registered employment agencies, we have more than 8,000. In addition, our product will be able to help refugees and all people staying without money in foreign countries. Now we are at the pre-seed stage. Our goals are to create an MVP, attract customers, know to main product, reach self-sufficiency, and cover the EU. Our team has extensive experience in various areas, from sales and marketing to management.
I'm sorry, but time is up.
We are looking for investments. Thanks for attention.
Thank you.
Thank you. Quick question. How do you reach these migrant workers? Even though they have smartphones, they probably all speak different languages. They're in different regions, as you mentioned. They're in different parts of the world. They have different competencies. So how do you acquire these migrant workers in an efficient way?
Each workers in European Union and developing countries near the European Union, like Ukraine, Moldova, and Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, this region. Main information we will receive from agencies. Agency get the contracts from the large employer, and this company, factory, tell agency what kind of workers they need. And they can tell that they need Ukrainians, or they don't need Georgians and other. Yes. And from this information, we understand the steps, our next step, which country we need to reach in first place. And when we covered the whole European Union, I think we can build models with other regions, as Qatar or Saudi Arabia and Bangladesh and Pakistan and others. Developed country, developing country. It's like this.
Okay. Could we go to your competition chart, please? Yeah. I just want to look at it more closely. I'm unfamiliar with this. Thank you, right there. I take it, if I understand this correctly, would you be the first commercial company other than, well, let's see, I'm just looking at the messenger and social network apps, the boring category that you described, and these other mobile apps. I'm wondering who here is a direct competitor, and if this is a venturable space. And by that I mean, has this space attracted investment for this application yet?
There are no direct competitors, because almost all apps use old architecture, and all the way. If you need to work, you must send the CV. now I work with digital advertising to find blue workers, blue collar workers, and see that we need no any CV. We need only direct contact, and almost all workers in the TikTok, in the Facebook, that says they all have smartphones and using social. And almost all agencies searching workers in messengers and social networks. It's a fact.
Thank you.
We have about a minute left, I guess. Can you tell me a little bit quickly, sorry, Susan, what your barriers to the competition are? What would cause somebody else not to be able to do what you do?
With the competition, I think one barrier it's old habits. There are no habit to find job this way. But I think that's small barrier.
Okay, thanks.
Quick question. Some of the blue collar workers need some special licensing in most of the countries. I mean, plumbing and so on, electrician. How you work with that?
We build an architecture where creating the job offer, agency or employer mark what type of document or document they need, and the worker they'll see. Our app is like this Viber or Tinder or Booking for employer and employer. Our goal is only direct contact, and other they will speak about it.
Okay, thank you.
Dear mentors, do you have any questions more? No? I think so, no. Okay, great. It was so interesting to see all of your presentations and your great pictures. And now we need to give in 30 minutes for our judges discussion to determine the winners of the grant from our main partner, CRDF Global. And let's go for the little pause. And after, coming back. Hello, everybody. Thank you, dear mentors, and thank you, dear members of our jury committee, dear participants. We have 2 incredibly and interesting and useful weeks of learning and improving our businesses. And we would like to express our gratitude to every person who dedicated the time and worked with this program, as well as to you, our participants. We are proud of having such a talented startup company here in Ukraine. And now just really great thanks to our partners. First of all, to CRDF Global, and for all our Ukrainian partners as Ukrainian Startup Fund, Founders Institute, 1991, eSputnik, Radar Tech, Women in Tech, and all our information and partners who help us to hold this incredible program. Many thanks to our Ukrainian Hub team. And now we would like to give a word to people who are literally holding the whole Ukrainian startup community on their shoulders. Please, their mentors, the floor is yours. And maybe a couple of words from Martin, Warren, Marco, Snezhana, Jane, please go ahead.
I'll start. As many of you know, Warren and Marco and I and others have been working with the Ukrainian startup community since a long time ago, more than a decade. And I just am continually impressed with the quality, the passion, the intensity of this community. And I'm just so thankful to CRDF Global and to Ukrainian Hub for letting me continue to do this. So thanks for this and good luck to all you guys.
Thank you.
Well said, Marty. I want to express my gratitude as well and share the same sentiment about the year-over-year evolution of the entrepreneurial ecosystem, and no doubt under very distressing circumstances, no doubt. So I want to commend you all for your attention, your questions, very thoughtful Q&A. I do apologize for the quality of my sketchy broadband over the past 2 weeks until today, but I will say this: this is deliberation. It's always rough. There was agreement here, but I think some of the presenters here were exceptional, and there were exceptional presenters who did not advance, and there was a lot of subjective probabilities based on people's judgments. Beyond the numerical count. So I just want you to know that, human factors is a major determinant of success here. But I do want to thank you. It's a privilege to be in this position, and I wish you all luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I just must say that I believe that this program is one of the best programs in Ukraine for Ukrainian startups. And I'm really thankful for this experience. And I'm happy to see how startup founders are working through all these obstacles and working reading, learning, doing their best to build the products to grow. So I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Snezhana. Thank you all. And who else wants to share the experience? No. Okay, and now it's time to announce the winners. And are you ready? Are you excited? I want to really welcome to our stage Nina Karins, who is our project associate of CRDF Global. Nina, please, the stage is yours.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for your active participation to all of the teams that joined us. We were really happy to see you develop and looking at pitches that we received for your homework and then watching you pitch today. There was a clear difference, I think, for many of you, and it was a very positive one. I think you did a great job listening to mentors' feedbacks, and I encourage you to keep doing that as you progress and as you continue to develop your startups. Before announcing the winners, I really want to encourage everyone to join our programs in the future. Every time you join one of our boot camps, you get better and better. And I think that the mentorship support and the presentations you receive are instrumental in your success. I think that's been the consensus with a lot of the startups that we've supported in years past. And just because we fund you here doesn't mean we won't fund you again. So please join us again. We'd love to see you, and we'd love to keep supporting you as you grow. So keep rejoining our programs and keep learning with us. We really appreciate it. And without further ado, we have $30,000 to hand out. So each prize will be $10,000 USD. And they will be grants that will be supported by CRDF Global. So you will work with myself and my colleague Olga to receive your grants and continue to develop your business. We'll make sure that you are developing your business before we give you your money. So keep working. And so in no particular order, these are our three winners of $10,000 each. So Vacuum Gravity Energy, Opti Sun, and Max Game Value. Congratulations.
So happy, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much to all of you. Congratulations, winners, and everyone else who participated. You were incredible. This was a great demo day. And we encourage you to keep coming and keep presenting and keep practicing.
Yeah, and if you wish, please share your experience and share your maybe some words from our winners, please.
I'm to thank you for this competition. It was so hard to teach teach. I'm sorry. It was so hard lessons for us, but we done all of this, and it is a result of our teamwork. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have lots of emotions, and the main point I'd like to say is I'm very happy that we have found the right way, and you're a kind of indicator for us that we do the things that's really needed. And I'd like to say lots of things, but I leave it for the video comment for each mentor, as you asked us.
Yeah,
thanks a lot.
You.
Yeah, I'm happy for Bogdan. I was always interrupting him on this program. And it's good that he won, but also for all the winners. And the fact is actually the winner, everybody who participated in this program, because all these 2 weeks, they were very intense. But indeed, we've got so many insights for our team, which definitely would benefit for our business and for the growth. This is the most important, and on behalf of all our team, thanks a lot to every mentor. From each of you, we've got a lot of valuable insights, what we will use. It was very intense, very tough with all the homework. The speed is fast, but it's enjoyable, and it's a great time, which when it finishes and then few days passes, the weekend is ahead, you're thinking, oh, I'm missing already this homework and our evening talks and questions, discussions. But yeah, it's a great program, and thank you a lot for your time, for your contribution. Very, very happy. Very happy.
Don't worry, the winners will still have more homework from us, so you'll keep getting homework.
We are ready for it.
Okay, thank you all, and let's grab some champagne and go. Yeah, congratulations.
Congrats,
guys.
everybody.
Yeah, thank you. And
thank you. Good to meet you all. Bye-bye now.
Thank you.
Hope to see all of
everyone.
you in our podcast.
Thank you so
friends.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.